A huge ovation for Clore here as Gary Copeland is in the cage and looks to get us started for this heavyweight championship bout. This is going to be a heavy-hitting affair. Jerry Clore is exceptional on the ground, and Clore gets dropped! Clore gets dropped, but I don't know if this is where Maurice Henry wants to be, on the ground with Jerry Clore. But he immediately takes the back. It doesn't last long. Clore absolutely wants to be on the ground, but Maurice sprawls. Clore could be in trouble. And they're back to their feet. Maurice Henry would be best served to keep this fight standing, and Jerry Clore definitely wants to get it to the ground. Henry lands another big shot. A knee to the head of Clore. And Henry has Clore reeling early. Two big guys going at it. Right in front of us here.
Pace yourself, Maurice. Head, camel fight, put your head right there. Now, push into him, Maurice, with your forehead. Push into
Maurice
him
Henry
and punch,
working
Maurice,
to pass the
behind
butterfly
face.
guard of Jerry Clore.
That's it, keep coming, keep coming.
Clore has an overhook on that right arm to prevent that pass. Maurice Henry separates and hits a big punch and stifles the takedown, but Clore is persistent. He keeps going right back at it and is content to pull guard, and he closes that guard on Henry. It looks like he may need a little rest.
Wow.
Oh, Clore going for the armbar. Henry pulls out.
Ooh.
Pace yourself,
Right
Boy,
back
these
off of
guys
the
are
cage.
going at it.
Right back off the cage. Henry threw that punch, Turtle. He was ready to go.
Maurice, pace yourself.
Ooh.
Punch, Maurice.
Henry throwing a big left kick attempt, but Clore fires back with a nice straight right. Oh, Henry with a beautiful switch there. A nice drop that put Jerry Clore on the ground. But they are back on the feet, and Henry putting Clore back against the cage, inflicting damage to Clore's body.
That's it.
But Clore giving him a dose of his own medicine.
Keep going through the solar place, Maurice.
Oh.
Clore breaks out of the clinch with a big punch.
Maurice. Breathe.
Wow.
Huge spinning.
How-
He's dropped! It's done! He dropped him! I thought for sure that was it. Huge punch from Henry.
Hit the hammer fist. There you go.
Big hammer fist and punches, but Clore is still in this.
Patience, Maurice. Just put your weight
Clore
down.
working to his hip,
Take your time.
and Clore grabs a double wrist lock, or tries to grab a double wrist lock, but it's a little too late in this round.
You won the first round. Breathe, Maurice. Come on, easy. Let's go.
Oh.
Another big knee from Henry.
Oh, wow.
He just
Oh,
heaves! He just absolutely heaves Clore into the cage.
wow, the
Big
power.
punches.
The power of Maurice Henry.
Oh, he slipped! This has got, I don't see how Clore can recover from this. He wisely got to his back. And he grabs a low single, but Henry just sprawls and delivers another monster punch.
Stand up, Maurice. Hit him in the body.
What a crazy exciting.
What a fantastic switch
Oh, Clore.
by Clore. Clore might take this. This is where he wants to be.
But Maurice using his power.
Maurice Henry powers over into Clore's guard.
Wow.
Jerry Clore is wearing the proverbial crimson mask right now. He is absolutely beaten to a pulp above his shoulders. And both men look exhausted after that exchange.
It takes a lot of energy to throw around a guy the size of Jerry Clore. I don't care how big you are. It's crazy.
He just tossed Clore into the cage. That was so impressive. Perhaps even more impressive is how Clore's instincts just take over every time he's in danger. Just like right now, he's trying to switch those hips and to lock up that arm. And he does it.
Oh, but he slid
Henry
right
squeezes out.
Wow.
This is awesome. I wish every fight.
This fight is as exciting as advertised.
Oh,
Maurice, box!
Maurice Henry.
Boxing, Maurice!
Clore is desperate to land that low single, but he can't do it.
Wow. Oh, the determination
This is
by
not
Clore
where
to
Clore
stay
wants
in
to
this.
be. Maurice Henry is unloading.
Wow.
Another big throw by Maurice Henry.
Wow.
Maurice Henry is putting on the performance of his life.
Wow.
These shots are brutal.
If this goes to the third round.
And now Maurice Henry, he could have an arm triangle locked up here, but he has no space to work with it. Henry wisely gives it up, grabs a quarter Nelson, and proceeds to resume the ground and pound before rolling to his back for the end of the round. A heavyweight championship fight.
Footwork, Maurice, footwork!
Third of 5 scheduled rounds.
That's it, patience, Maurice, patience.
Both men come out swinging. Maurice Henry hits a big shot from Clore. But Henry still avoiding the takedown. Nice body lock by Henry.
You're fine on him, Maurice. Put him against the cage.
It's impressive to see, Turtle, that Maurice Henry is able to outpower Jerry Clore almost at will. And they are right here in front of us.
You're all right. Camel fight, Maurice.
I hope this cage can hold them.
This
We're dead
cage.
meat if they can't.
And Maurice Henry with a big takedown, but as we said before, I don't know if this is where you want to be with Jerry Clore, although Maurice Henry has fought off every attack from Jerry Clore's back thus far, so he seems to be more than content with being on the ground with Clore.
Keep the camel fight going. Camel fight. Pressure down. That's it. Pressure down and go to work. Pressure down and go to work. Take your shot. Smart. Smart shot.
Maurice Henry still working that top game.
Keep them out, Maurice. Keep them out. Keep them out. Keep them out.
And wisely, Maurice Henry is in his own corner, able to listen to instruction from his coaches. And Jerry Clore, he may be out of gas here. He's not threatening nearly as much as he was earlier in the fight from his back.
Come up and take the shots, Maurice.
Referee Gary Copeland threatens to stand this fight up if Maurice Henry doesn't start with some offense, and he responds accordingly. More big punches from Henry, and he's got the back. He has grapevined the legs of Clore. Copeland asks Clore if he can continue, and Clore confirms. And now Maurice Henry's locked on a rear naked choke.
Oh, Clore could be in trouble here. I don't think he has enough strength to fight out of that. Maurice has got it sunk in. It could be over.
It doesn't look like it's locked on, and Maurice
let
Henry
it
gives
go.
it up. And Clore rolls over into Maurice Henry's guard to close the round. Gary Copeland gets us underway for round number 4 of this AAMMA championship bout. Maurice Henry has dominated the fight thus far, but in a
But
heavyweight.
what has made it a fight is Jerry Clore's determination to not give up and to stay in this fight.
Jerry Clore went for that outside trip, but Maurice Henry turned it around beautifully and put Clore on his back. And Henry has worked well from this spot all fight long, landing big punches, and he continues to do so.
Oh, and he almost slipped on some blood there.
Big head kick from Henry.
Oh, you got to wonder how much longer they're going to let this go on.
Pace yourself, Maurice. Patience, patience. Breathe.
Maurice Henry has looked fantastic in this fight.
Take your time, Maurice.
I'm more impressed, even more impressive than his already impressive striking, is that Maurice Henry has been able to stifle almost every takedown attempt from Jerry Clore, who is a ground specialist.
Just take your time, Maurice. Watch the guillotine, Maurice.
Clore with a nice knee to the body of Maurice Henry, and has that head locked up but can't get a choke in.
Breathe, Maurice. Don't get caught in the guillotine. Get your head out.
Huge chance for Jerry Clore. This crowd loves Jerry Clore. Jerry Clore needs to circle away from Henry and get his back off of the cage, or he's going to end up on his back again. Henry almost has those hands tied up to clip the legs from Clore out from underneath him.
Watch your head.
Henry has to watch his head here because, and he does, he gets his head out. Clore could have very easily grabbed a guillotine choke right there. Henry almost put himself in danger. Big knee, that looked low though.
And Henry's starting to slow down a little bit too.
Pick your shots.
And in a heavyweight fight, anything can happen at any moment.
Absolutely.
We cannot stress that enough. Jerry Clore is one big overhand right away from being the Absolute Action MMA champion, as we see right here. And now Clore looks to get the takedown, and he does.
Come on, Maurice.
But Maurice Henry again reverses Clore's momentum, ends up on top, and works from the top position.
Wait on him, Maurice. Come to side control. Side control, Maurice.
Henry's corner
That's
is
it.
instructing him to keep weight on him, work from side control. And this round comes to a close. Gary Copeland has the two into the ring to instruct them that this is the fifth round. Apparently they did.
Here we go!
Fifth round for heavyweights, and it still looks like Maurice Henry has some gas left in the tank.
Boxing, Maurice, boxing.
Big punches from Maurice Henry. And despite being dropped in the first round, Jerry Clore is eating these punches and staying on his feet.
He's waiting to time you. Wait on him. Wait on him.
Nice leg kick from Maurice Henry, almost spins Clore around. And here comes the onslaught from Henry again. A big knee from the clinch against the cage, and then he separates.
That's it. Kick the leg.
Clore's face is an absolute mess.
That's just desire to succeed, man. That's what desire will do to you.
Tell you what.
And Maurice Henry has shown flashes of brilliance in the past, and then some flashes of inconsistency. He has put it all together in this fight. This is the performance of Maurice Henry's life. He came prepared, and everything that he did leading this fight has paid off.
He's trying to time you. Kick the leg, Maurice. Kick the leg again. There you go. Patience.
Maurice Henry is just shrugging off the punches of Jerry Clore.
Patience, Maurice. Come on. Turning Maurice into the cage.
Clore works Maurice Henry to the back of the or works his back to the cage. Henry goes for an outside trip, but Clore avoids it. A nice knee to the body of Maurice Henry by Clore.
Turning into the cage.
But I don't know that working the clinch game is going to get him this win. He needs to separate and land some big shots, or try to cinch up a submission on the ground.
Camel fight. Camel fight. There you go. Put camel fight again.
So
Camel
impressed with
fight.
both
There
of
you
these
go.
guys.
That's it.
Yeah.
Camel fight, Maurice.
Sean Rossap and myself will be taking our suits to the cleaners tomorrow.
Hopefully Absolute Action MMA foots my dry cleaner bill.
This fights like this is what Absolute Action MMA is all about.
5 seconds, Maurice.
5-round championship fights. Both these guys, 2 top heavyweights in the state right now. This fight lived up to everything everybody said it was going to be.
And Maurice Henry lands another late takedown, and that could be a wrap.
Even though it seems as if Maurice Henry is about to be crowned the new Absolute Action MMA champion, I'm so impressed with the will and determination of Jerry Clore to stay in this.
It looked like he was absolutely done in the first round, and he found a way to last all 5 rounds. Maurice Henry did dominate this fight, but a great show of guts by Jerry Clore.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we go to the scorecards, make some noise for both of these fighters as we're about to crown a new champion. This fight had a lot of hype leading up to it, and these 2 guys definitely lived up to the hype.
Come here, guys. Bring it in. Bring it in. Red, come on. Come on. Face the cameras.
Ladies and gentlemen, all 3 judges score the bout 50-45 for your winner by unanimous decision, fighting out of the red corner, Maurice Henry.
Keep talking off and keep